Okay, we're back, and we can continue.
He was with Dev then. How is this even happening? Who's having these thoughts?
Devin?
What?
Cameron jolts back to the present, even though it's not the present, because time has stopped existing, and this is just a moment in a never-ending series of moments. Is time always happening at once? Brian is still looking at him with a piercing gaze, and his fur is once again writhing about on his body, as if it's come back to life.
Sorry, I'm having a hard time concentrating.
He'd lost himself for a moment, and just blurted the first name that came to his mind to center himself, and to confirm that he still exists. The trip is reaching the same levels he experienced in high school that had sent him running through an unfamiliar public park, his friends having to chase and pin him down.
I'll fucking bet. I didn't even measure what I gave you because I thought you'd only take one swallow. This was fucked up though.
Oh.
There's nothing he can add to that. It's scary, but the way that Brian is acting it's the way that Brian is acting that's really scaring him. Whatever he took is very obviously kicking in, and it's definitely not calming him down.
Something wrong?
Brian's tone is taunting and cruel, and to Cameron's horror, Brian comes closer, right next to the coyote.
No. I'm just feeling off because of the shrooms.
Shit. You're on like 3 milligrams of Xannies too. I totally forgot.
Wait, is that a look of fucking concern on Brian's face?
It's just like, huh? That's like the first time you see that.
Fuck. You better not fall asleep or get delirious on me, Heathen. Understand? Because if you do, I'll probably just kill you.
Cameron stays still. He's reached the stage where he feels solidly stuck in a deep dream, one that he'll be in for several more hours. Who's dreaming?
Hey, what's the matter? Am I making you feel uncomfortable? Is there something wrong with me?
You think?
Cameron shakes his head with tiny jerks,
No, there's nothing wrong with you. Just a serial killer.
barely moving it.
No big deal.
I asked a fucking question!
I'm noticing you're on something, that's all.
I think Brian's trying to get him to communicate with someone.
Yeah, he said that
Yes.
he needed Cameron to talk to someone for him.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, no shit, kid. You think I was blowing my nose in there or something?
Well, I was thinking maybe we're going to see things together, and you take a downer, but it looks like you're on an upper.
Why would I want to see shit when I got you? I don't like the ones out here. That's why I took it. Wanna guess what I'm on?
Cameron doesn't, but now he knows cowering isn't going to help him. He plays along.
Maybe cocaine? Adderall?
You fucking kidding me, kid? Adderall? Do I look like a college bred trying to pull an all-nighter? Shit's like a cup of coffee to me.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow. Cameron doesn't say anything, but Brian keeps quiet, like he's waiting for the next guess.
Meth?
Oh, expensive, but close enough. It's methendro.
Okay, sorry. I never really did stems.
Not after what happened to his mother.
Bath salts.
Oh.
No.
and it feels fucking amazing.
Oh, jeez.
Crap.
Oh my gosh.
What follows is the sight of a 500-pound bear awkwardly dancing and swinging his massive arms around violently,
Oh my gosh.
growling and laughing.
Make it fucking stop, dude.
It's terrifying. As the crazed bear is shadowboxing about 20 feet away, Cameron begins to realize he might be able to run. With his muscles weak from the sedative and his mindset absolutely fucked from the hallucinogen, he might not be able to outrun Brian.
So the thing that's fucked up about Brian is like all the other people are anthropomorphic animals. Brian is literally just a bear doing people stuff.
He kind of is.
He's got bear proportions. He's 500 pounds.
He wears pants and he talks.
I mean, he wears that, but it's like he's a bear.
Hannah is like just like a bear. He wears pants and talks.
But like they describe how he's 500 pounds. He's got the proportions of a bear and the weight of a bear. He's a bear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but wild bears are cuddly and cute.
No, they're pretty fierce.
He's
if
not when they're on methadone.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh no.
Oh.
Like wild bears from
Like,
what I
like
understand,
they are
are less...
anthro animals. He's a bear with the brain of a serial killer on methadone, and he's doing people stuff.
Oh no.
I just want to throw out there that, like, literally, I'm so surprised about how much material's been in Build 6. Because we're at, like, freaking nearly 2.5 hours of just fucking footage that I'm gonna have to edit through.
Yeah. And we've only drifted off for like, 15 minutes of that? Like, we've been pretty on task.
So, we had 15, 20 minutes maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Here. I'll go ahead and start again.
Okay.
He's starting to forget that he even exists. Still, he might be able to hide. The desert is full of cracks and crevices he might be able to squeeze into to wade out. Brian is there, heaving for breath.
Gotta relax. It's been a while, so I'm getting a huge rush. Gotta remember, I ain't as young as I used to be. My heart's probably gonna give her any day now.
Please, let your heart give out. Please just die and let this nightmare, this decades-long nightmare you've created end.
Like, this is the thing that's interesting here is, I can't help but wonder, is the narrator its own person? Or is this, like, combining with, like, Cameron's thoughts here?
I think it's combining with Cameron's thoughts.
That's what I assumed, but
see, that's
I'm
the
not
thing,
sure.
because it's like we kind of got like genus loci and stuff going on in here, because it's kind of like Echo is alive. So I wouldn't be surprised if the narrator is like its own entity.
I mean, I can see that, because, like, that's technically what went on in the original Echo was, oh, yeah, it turns out there's, like, a Matryoshka doll of who you're actually playing as.
Right.
So, yeah, like, frick, I won't be surprised if it turns out, like, hey, turns out the narrator is, like, what's going on in Undertale, where the narrator's actually been a person this whole time.
I mean, the narrator is a person.
Yeah?
Hannah's not a person. She's too perfect.
No, I meant, like, in-game, not in real world.
That's the joke.
I stand by my statement.
Way too much. Anyway, it's made me forget what we were even doing. Bye again, little buddy.
You were letting me go.
Brian smiles at the young coyote, and Cameron takes that as his cue to smile back. If Cameron is remembering correctly, stimulants make people more empathetic, and he hopes he can tap into that.
I'm going to help you calm down some spirits.
Cameron wants to say, and then you'll let me go. But Brian doesn't keep promises, and bringing it up might only trigger him to do more terrible things. That, and now that they're outside, Cameron is sure he can feel Devon's presence, alive, but hurt, and the coyote is desperately trying to figure out what to do next. But Brian seems to know exactly what's on Cameron's mind.
What about your bear? Maybe I was getting the wrong vibes, but I thought he's a boyfriend.
Of course, that's why I'm doing this.
Oh fuck! I forgot to tell you he overheated in the van. Got distracted with you and left him in there too long.
Fucking Brian, I know he's faking it this time, but like, look at that look of concern. Once more, like, oh shit, I killed a man by accident this time.
And I care.
Two
So
truths
do
and a
you think
lie.
Brian is psychic and he's like he just zoots himself out on drugs to
He's hinted
Not
at
have
being
to feel-
somewhat psychic. Like, the thing is, like, the psychic powers in this world seem to be almost like the shining powers. And
yeah.
everything, where, like, you can do drugs to, like, mitigate them or make them more powerful.
Yeah.
And a lot of people who get them, like, can kind of recognize other people have them and everything. And a lot of people who have them tend to not want them. So, yeah.
But it's like I'm wondering too, like if Brian, like when he kills somebody, like if he sees their breath or something. Like I wonder if he's just so interested in air games because
No, for him, like, I think it really is just that he likes the power and everything. 'Cause
I mean,
in
yeah,
Echo,
no.
it's meant, he does talk about that, and he talks about, like, how he just wanted to have, like, a power over someone else since he was abused as a child by his own father.
yeah.
Brian just
A few-
sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, no, but you gotta die. Sometimes you gotta die. You know, I'm real sorry that happened to you, but now you gotta die.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
Sorry, Hannah.
Actually, she just stepped out. She's back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our cast just got slightly more attractive.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Only slightly.
Well, because you guys, we're talking about averages here, and you guys are also very attractive, right?
Oh,
But Hannah comes in
okay,
and the
good.
attractiveness
Good
goes up.
Good job.
Apparently I am raising the average level of attractiveness.
Do you see what I did there?
Yes, I see what you did there.
I bailed out on both sides.
Excuse
so
me,
well.
10.
Oh.
4s are talking.
Instead of 5, the 6 is talking.
Oh, man. Alright. A few seconds pass, during which Cameron's mind is telling him 10 different ways to react. Cameron knows for a fact that Devon's alive. But should he act terrified to satisfy the bear? Brian interrupts with a giggle.
Nah, he's fine. Just want to make sure the feelings between the two of you are mutual. They said it all.
Brian laughs again, and even lets out a high-pitched whoop that echoes around the quiet forest. Not knowing what else to do, Cameron does his best to go along with Brian's game and forces a laugh.
Holy shit. You got me there. I thought my heart was about to give out.
Damn, you're cute. Cutest little Yodi I ever seen.
Oh no. Oh, thanks. But you know, drugs, they make everything seem better. I mean, I'm more on the ugly side of things, if I'm being honest. I mean, I haven't showered in a while either.
I forgot that he was a coyote, and I thought he was calling him a slur when he called him a yote. That sounds like a slur.
Oh, no, that's what a lot of people refer to coyotes as, like, oh,
Right,
it's
yeah,
a-
sorry, yeah, but it's just, yeah, I was like, oh my god, okay. But then I realized it's the context.
Cameron pretends to self-consciously smooth over his head fur.
Nah, you were cute before I amped up. Also, I've had guys shit themselves either because they were scared or they thought it would stop me from doing what I did. It didn't
This game does not pull. Sorry, but it does not pull punches.
because
with,
I'm
like-
so weird and disgusting.
Yeah, you can say squeak squeak on all of this if you want.
So not only do you look cute, it is cute. Figured that it might help you.
Of course. Cameron saw the torture Brian inflicted, and the bear had to be drugged up whenever he was doing it. Cameron can especially remember Daniel's experience and his thoughts.
Oh shit, and remember he was even like, no wonder Daniel likes you. Devin, you mean, right?
Yep. 10, 15, sometimes even 20 hours of non-stop physical and mental torture. And it would go on and on and on, and wouldn't stop until the bear's exhausted body would pass out. Then he would sleep for an entire day, sometimes longer, before the process would begin again.
Well, luckily for you, we got more important things to do. Come stand here next to me.
Okay, I'm gonna help you.
Cameron tries to make it sound he's on the bear's side. Who's thinking these thoughts?
Okay, the game's even calling it out now.
What the fuck is going on?
But as Cameron moves to stand beside Brian, it finally seems to sink in that Brian is going to kill them. Not because it's obvious, but because he's starting to pick up on the bear's thoughts. He's reading his mind. He thinks he murdered Artie, but he didn't. For whatever reason, either because he's outside or because he's spacing out even more, he's certain of that. He'd never been close friends with the cat, but Cameron had gotten to know him, and that feeling, that amalgamation of a person that is Artie, it's still out there. Cameron mentally reaches out to the cat, but it's so far, so distant, and something is wrong with Artie. His amalgamation is missing some parts. Devin's is still full, and nearby, and it shines like a beacon in the darkness of the barren desert. So, while Brian is telling him to contact people he murdered and buried under the ground, Cameron instead reaches out for Devin.
So when he says amalgamation, is he literally, does he mean like it's made up of multiple people, or like
No,
people
he's
are an
talking about, like,
amalgamation?
Like,
he's talking about like
this
everything
vague
that
idea
makes up.
of Artie.
Okay, because that's what I think is that I think that the socket beasts are amalgamations of multiple people. There you go on though.
Mm.
Right.